want to introduce you to the man behind the Port Grand, and it's his envisioning and his hard work, which took a lot of years, over 5 years, to create this. And it's everybody who comes here would say that this is not Karachi anymore. So we wanted to show you this amazing place, and we wanted Mr. Shahid Feroz himself to give us a tour of the whole place. So this is what the virtual tour is all about, and it will be given by the man himself. So Shahid bhai, what made you turn into this Neti-Jetty pull into this miracle place which you have created?
Well, first of all, welcome to Port Grand, and I'm very glad that you're here, and you're not only counting on what you read or see at the works, because most people still believe that those are pictures that have been artists' creation. Now you can see the real stuff. The place where we are standing is actually a slab that has been designed to hang into the sea. Behind or in front of me is a live railway track which is again over 100 years old, and it's still being used by the freight train. This is the only connection between this port and the rest of the country. So it's not passenger trains that come here, but there are lots of goods trains that pass on a daily basis on this. So this is a historical bridge. In a very similar way, you had a historical bridge which was 150 years old on that side, and that was known as the Napier Mole Bridge. The idea at Port Grand was to do a lot of interventions, including to give people a direction in terms of how some of the municipal regeneration and urban regeneration needs to take place, and how the city does need lots of squares and piazzas where people can enjoy and interact with other humans in a very appropriate manner. What you see in front is our famous Port House. These are beautiful stores with some great collection of items that are on sale. It has, from a retail perspective, it has 2 floors, although the building is a 3-floor building. On the 3rd floor we have what is known as our operation control room, because from there we control through CCTV and other means everything that's going on the property, and it also gives us a strategic vantage point to look at some of the things in a more abundant fashion. This on my left is what we call the temple point now. The temple at the back is again a fairly old temple. It's a live temple. It's a temple with lots of worshippers, and the idea was how not to in any form compromise its sanctity. So we created a separate road, cordoned them off so that our visitors do not in any way intrude, but at the same time we felt it was very appropriate to celebrate the temple rather than hide the temple. And in celebrating the temple, not only architectured this block to gel with that, but also created some elements to suggest as if the temple is already starting from here, and as if this is already also a extension to the worship place. The door that you see at the back is actually, again, not a door. It's a wall that has been dressed up to look like a door, and these sculptures that you see and the gazebo that you see is one of the favorite places for a lot of people to come and take their photographs. They sit here, meditate. I've also seen some beautiful and very touching photographs. The balcony is basically a lot of street food that would be served again in a more refined street experience. Foods that typically you would get only on unhygienic roads or in not very hygienic conditions. We needed a lot of food here and not all the restaurants were ready. We worked out with Mr. Berger that while their restaurant is getting ready, they would bring a trailer mounted restaurant, and that's what they've done, and luckily they've been of great help because they're able to sell a lot of burgers from this toy that you see here, and people love the experience that it's coming out of a truck, and yet probably what they already sell from here is more than what they sell from most of the restaurants in town.